everyone. Today I'm coming on with my Dark Shadows journal. I finally finished it. I know it's a little behind Halloween, but I just had to continue with it. And this was actually a journal kit that I purchased from the Rusty Peacock, and I'll link her Etsy shop down below. She doesn't have this kit readily available, but you might want to link to her because she does do custom themed journaling kits. Not everything that I used in here I purchased from the kit, but I will take you along. I also utilized this magazine that was gifted to me from Kathy's World, and I did use some of the images in here because they were dark and it made some great ephemera. So for my cover, she is, I want to say, I don't know what I want to say. What do I want to say? I don't know how big she is. She is, I can't even see this. She's about 6.5 inches wide and about 9 inches tall. And her spine is 2 3/4 inches wide. She is a 3 signature journal. I did pull some paper out of my stash. I didn't use everything in the kit, like I said, but we'll get to that. So for my cover, the skull, this is from Dollar Tree. This is like those 3 that come all tied together. I used one and I embossed it with this black embossing glittery iridescent powder. And then to knock back some of that shine, I did take some black ink and kind of shadowed in to make him look a little creepy. Behind the eyes was a doily that came with the kit, and I just distressed it, glittered it, and make it so it can fall behind the teeth. These were the Dollar Tree Halloween flowers from last year, along with the leaves and the branches. The lace back here and the tulle came with the kit, so it's red with the black, as well as the black velvet on the spine. Hidden under here, which you can't really see, is the same trim that I used in the back. Now for the fabric on my cover, this was a brand new linen sheet that was like a white or an off-white color. I soaked it in some black paint and water, and then with my inking pad I crinkled it all up, and I just kept distressing. I let it dry with the crinkles, so I got some hints of purple in here. And then I kept going and going till I got the desired weathered effect that I wanted. For my ribbon, this was like a very, very off-white, maybe even a very light gray. I went with my daubers and my ink and kept going and going till I got it to the shade of gray that I wanted. And let's peek inside. So for the inside, I did have a paper stack called Immortal Love, and it almost represents like the Twilight feel to it. And that's what I used there because it had like the rings of blood. I love gold, so I had to bring in some gold foiling in the back and then use that paper stack and stitched all around. For the pocket, these are those miniature wall pieces that you can buy at Dollar Tree. If you do miniatures, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. They come like this. This is what they look like, and this is what I used for my front pocket. And of course, in the kit are all the images from the movie. Here is Barnabas. For the digital paper, I did go on Etsy and pick some digital paper. They are a mix of a few kits, so if I remember, I'll put it down in the description box. This is my own paper. She did include some papers in her kit. This is the one that I painted or stained in white and water with black paint. And I even got some dark effects there. I did stencil with black ink, some skulls, and with red ink, some drops of blood, because he is a vampire. This is another digital kit. Here is a corner tuck, another fancy fold little pocket there, and then Barnabas, some music paper, and then I used some stickers for one of my sticker books, some cheesecloth, and leftover paper that I had from a previous project. In here, this is the images from the magazine, Dark and Dreary. And then, of course, Barnabas again. So my first signature is focusing more on Barnabas and kind of his story. Some of the paint stained paper with some more stickers. On this side, I used some of this leftover tulle with the spider webs. Have the skeleton on some more of the paint stained paper. I had a piece of book page and I just stamped some skeletons, and I thought he was fun there as a decorative piece. Here is and this was the ephemera from, I believe, this digital kit. I'm sorry about the motorcycle outside. We have like unseasonably warm weather. And there is Barnabas with Willie. This paper was included in the digital kit. This is red dyed paper and it's beautiful, and it does have some shimmer to it. More of the stained paper, more drops of blood, digital kit. This was also included in the journaling kit that I purchased. Beautiful inking of the papers. I would love to get that effect. Here is a side pocket. I did sew the tulle on top of it and then just tuck some of the ephemera from the digital kit on the outside of the house, Colin Wood, and then a graveyard scene here. On this side, as part of the digital kit, if you are a fan of the movie, you know they're always talking about the history of the Barnabases. Is usually located in a book, and the portraits are similar to this, so I thought that was appropriate there. This is the center of the first signature. Just did a nice little fancy fold there, just to add some interest, and then some more of that lace. The center of my signature, I did add a spider charm. And then here is one of the envelopes that I won from a D-Stash giveaway. And I tucked that there, and then just the card that comes in it. And then, of course, Barnabas and his obsession with his bride. And then to disguise the flap of the envelope, I used some more of the fabric that I used for the cover, and another 3 pocket, lightly decorated with some spider web trim, some of that tulle, and some of the leftover fabric. This ticket was included in the journaling kit. We have Willie and Barnabas there, and again another tag simply made with the branches tucked in there. In this pocket we have the headmistress, another graveyard scene, and then this tag was included in the kit, and I thought it was beautiful. I didn't want to cover it, I didn't want to do anything with it. I think it's just pretty just the way it is. And back here is a large pocket with a large tag, and I just lightly decorated with some of the ephemera from the digital kit. Here is the other half of that page. Just folded it to give it a nice little added visual. Some more of the paint stained paper. Here's another focal point behind the music sheet. Left that alone. I just love the contrast of color. And then this is the end of the first signature. The second signature, I kind of tried to focus on Angelique, which is the witch in the series, and she has cursed the family and appears in all the different timelines, and just wanted the witches to be the focus in this one. So this was included in the kit. this ephemera was part of the digital kit. It's bats, and you know Barnabas is a bat or a vampire. In here, Angelique's enemy, so jealous of her, and then cute little tag just to be able to journal. On this side we have the skulls, more of the paper. This was included in the kit. Love this eco dye paper, beautiful. In here is just a little tuck spot with holding on with the fabric, and then on the other side is another envelope holding on with the fabric. And in here I included Angelique's Obsessions again. She's gonna make an appearance real soon if you don't know who Angelique is. This is actually an envelope that I cut the center out of, used some of the digital kit, and then glued both envelopes together onto a fabric so I can sew it into the signature. I'll show you the other side. So another little fancy fold. And on this one, the charm is a bat. Here is the other side, and here is Miss Angelique. So for her, I backed her up on some gold, some tulle, some more of that red paper that I used for my cover, some lace, and let her be the focal point peeking through the window. That's Angelique. And I think she's beautiful. Wicked too, but she's beautiful. Another decorative focal point. And then on this side, we have our stacked pockets again. The headmistress, a small little tag using the magazine. Same here, the mausoleum where Barnabas sleeps. And another graveyard scene. And then in this pocket, I just used more of the graveyard, since that's pretty much where I was here. The other side of that eco dyed paper, digital kit, more of my paper. This is actually part of one of the digital kits. I cut it apart and put it there. It can be used for additional writing space. Side pocket. This is a larger picture of Barnabas and his love. More of that red paper. And then we're coming to the end of the second signature. The third signature is focusing on another family member, and for the life of me, his name escapes me, but he is the werewolf of the story. And he's pretty much in here. This was included in the kit, and this is who he is. And all I did is fold that in half and folded it up. So each signature has a predominantly red paper. This is just wickedly delicious. Like, oh my God, that is so pretty. She's a new character because I am in season 22, and he is fascinated with her, so I included her in there. More of the graveyard scene. Again, Barnabas and his love. Another ticket and another tag, and back here is a large tag. More of the paper, more eco dyed paper. Here is another envelope, and here is just a card for additional writing space. On the other side, I put in one of my little pockets, and didn't decorate too much. It was starting to get a little too chunky, but I might come back. On the center of this one, I have another spider, different from the first one. Side tuck with the tulle. More images from the series. Another focal point here, eco dyed paper. Here's another focal point. Here's another ephemera of the bats. More digital. And then here is a werewolf with a little girl. Front pocket is made exactly like the back pocket. I just wanted it to have that old feel. But here she is. and she has a lot of room to grow. So this is my dark shadows inspired by a digital, not a digital, a journaling kit from the Rusty Peacock that I saw on Kathy's World. So thank you, Kathy. This is my journal. I finally did it. As always, thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for joining me and spending some time. Let me know what you think. You know, Creepy Halloween is not for everyone, but I love the TV show, and I thought this journal was just a perfectly fun way to honor the show, because I really love it. All right, catch you at my next video. Bye now.